Hey YouTube, how you doing? Okay, I got home and I viewed the footage. Out here getting a couple of things out of the back of the truck. Pulled my greasers off and going in the house. I don't want to get the house all nasty, but I decided to add a little bit of more footage because I wasn't completely thorough on a lot of things as I shot the video or talking about things. One thing that's very important that I found, because it was a pain in the butt trying to get that oil pan, make sure all that oil pan, when you know, because I had to, the oil pan will drop low enough to where you can actually get your eyes down in there, and you got enough room to get your hand in there a little bit with something like a pair of long-handled hemostats, you know, the real long that I got, and you could clamp like a towel or something on them, not paper towels, but a towel, cloth, and you could swab around in there and get all that out, and brake fluid cleaner. Just hose it down with brake fluid cleaner, you know. A better idea, something that I didn't do that I should have thought about beforehand, was get under there with a pressure washer and pressure wash all underneath that block and get all the crud knocked off of it, and that way it'll save you a lot more time rather than to do like I did and have to go in there and fish all that stuff out of the oil pan. I mean, I even dropped a bolt in there and was still able to get the bolt out, you know, because I had, you know, I accidentally dropped a bolt down in the oil pan. It doesn't give you much room to work in there. It takes a good, you know, a good bit of time and patience to do it that way. But I didn't want to have to take the radiator out, take the fan shroud off, take the exhaust assembly loose. And that means take the exhaust, you know, the whole thing, get it away from the motor so you can get up in there. Take the starter out, take the motor mounts out and jack the motor up, and then pull the oil pan out, you know. I didn't want to go through all that, so I just did it. You know, my son came up with the idea, and I said, you know, because he reads comments too, he said, well, somebody on your YouTube channel said they didn't do it without jacking the motor mounts up. How come we can't do it? You know, especially if we have a one-piece Velcro gasket. And I said, well, that's a good idea. So, you know, that's after we already got the gasket out and everything. You know, I'd plan on just, you know, thoroughly pulling the oil pan all the way out, jacking the motor up and everything. But after we got the oil pan down and my son took that gasket out and it all came out in one piece, he said something about it, and I Googled it, you know. And I did, you know, a couple of research on it and read up on it. And yeah, it is possible to do that. You just got to be very thorough with cleaning and using mirrors and making sure the inside of that pan don't get no crud in it, you know. That's the main thing. That's the cons, you know, the pros and cons. The pros is you don't have to take all that other crap off. You don't have to jack up the motor. You don't have to take the motor mounts out and all this other crap, and unbolt the motor mounts and exhaust and what else did they say I had to do? Starter, motor mounts, and the fan shroud and the radiator. And if you got to take the radiator loose, you got to take the transmission line. No, this was not an automatic transmission. So those of you that would have an automatic transmission, you'd also have to take that out as well. So I think it's okay to use it, to do it that way. Just make sure that you're very clean about the situation and prepare ahead of time, unlike I did, and just wait till you get under there and go, wow, I can't get the oil pan out. You know, if you're doing your homework and if you've come across this video, pressure wash your hole underneath your car first. Get it clean as you can. So therefore, when you do drop your oil pan gasket down, at least you got all the crud off the outside of the block, you know. I had to fight it a lot by having to get down in there with a towel. You know, a towel is what worked well for me, because I could slide the towel down in there and I could swab it out, and I could use brake cleaner or carburetor choke cleaner or chem tool or whatever. You can use all those chemicals, but I'm telling you, be prepared to wear a respirator also. That's one thing that we didn't get footage of, you know, because it was just one of those things where I couldn't get the camera in there, and it was because this is a tablet that I'm using now. I'm hoping it works out for me. I'm thinking about getting an external camera to plug into the tablet and see how that works out. But so far, I've got multitudes of more memory space on this tablet, and I think I kind of like it. I got this tablet. I come across it. It didn't cost me any money, so I don't know. We'll see how it works out. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoying the video, and everybody, if y'all want to leave your comments below, you can. A lot of people, they wouldn't recommend doing this. I already know that I'm going to have some people over there saying if it's worth doing right, and therefore you won't make no mistakes. I don't know. What do y'all think? You know, I'm just glad I don't own a Ford like that. I'm glad I got plenty of room under my 72 Chevy, and I don't have to go through all that mess. Anyway, I'll see y'all later, and see y'all till next time. Limster out. Everybody scream! Turn that shit up louder! Make it all go faster! So what's up, son? Yeah. Let me change the views here. Let me see. There, that's better. Looks pretty clean, son. I think you came up with a good idea, buddy. Well, I can't see the screen. Quit being camera shy, bro. Anyway, son come up with a pretty good idea. He said if that one gasket comes out all up and out of there in one piece, he said, why can't we just take it all out? If it comes all out in one piece and it can come off without ripping the gasket out in one piece, he said he didn't see a reason why we shouldn't be able to put the new one in all in one piece. I think we can do it because it comes with these little pins that holds the gasket in there. Well, I say, son, the tablet does pretty good footage, but it sure is hard to get a tablet in some of these tight spots. There it is. Man, that looks awesome, son. Boy, you did a good job cleaning that. We took a mirror and got up in there, and when we cleaned the oil pan, you know, it's just one of those things where you gotta try to keep, you know, the gasket comes out in one piece, but you know, if somebody had some gasket maker or something in there, so we stuck rags in there, you know, that wouldn't fall in the oil pan. And I even thought about putting a towel up there, you know, so when you go across the oil pan, but it wasn't too bad. But if it was big flakes, I would just take a towel and stretch over that oil pan or something, so while you're scraping the block, all them deposits don't go in the oil pan. But pretty much it was it wasn't that bad, was it, son? We got a little bit more left to do over here. Oh, that's the outside of the oil pan. I can't even get up in there. The light's not there. That's the bottom of the oil pan there. That's the side we bolt to. No, you did good, dude. It's clean. Anyway, we'll cut the camera back on when we get that gasket up in there. I'm proud of you, man. I'm so proud of you. Okay, you see those little blue pins? They come with a gasket. And what it says in the directions is you take those pins when you got the pan out, it says to hold it. There on the directions of the package. It shows you directions. Don't it, son? It shows you the directions of well, you read the package. Didn't it tell you that the gasket, you put the pins in there and press the gaskets? Put the pins on 4 corners of the block and then press the gasket on there and then put the oil pan in. Well, this way we ain't taking the oil pan out, so we stuck the gasket on top of the oil pan and pushed the pins through the oil pan, then the gasket, and then screwed the 4 pins into the block. You got the bolts? Huh? You got the bolts? Well, how many we got left? None? That's good. Say, man. Say, dude. Say, look here. I love you so much, but look, Daddy's not trying to make a peace offering. Okay, that's it. All right, air ratchet. Yes. All right, I'm going to have to go over there and go get it. Here, let's get all these others. Go over here and get all these others. Oh man. Here, let's show them what's under here. See, huh? You got the light so they can see? All right. Just trying to help a fellow man out. Turn the light on. Say, man, I'm telling you, dog, you're going to have to quit loving on me like that. Come on, man. Give me a break. Come on. It's all right, bro. It's okay, you know. I wonder how you unfocus this thing. There we go. That thing was sucked up there way bad. You got to shine a light over here so they can see it. I guess it's... Anyway. Yeah, no, we should have cleaned it off before we started working on it, but it's there, and I'm gonna swab it down. But it went in. You can see the edge of the blue gasket all the way around it. None of them's tightened up yet. No. But the most important part is tell them. You want to tell them, or you around that hump over there. Shine a light in the middle of the hump, right by the transmission. That's what you really got to watch, because it doesn't. It's got a little. You got to make sure that is in there first. On where it's the rear seal, next to the transmission, where it seals the rear part of the oil pan, next to the transmission. You got to make sure it's in there right, because if it's not, you're gonna have a leak. And we use, what do we use, son? We use bread ties, right? We used a couple of blur ties in the middle. Let me get up here. Okay, Toothless. Okay, we're fixing to start it up. Moment of truth, man. If this thing... If this thing leaks, son, I don't usually like to do this, man, but we did a good job on the clutch and the rear seal and the flywheel and all that, and did good work on it, and he was happy with that. And then he wants this oil pan gasket replaced, and I think, you know, you're supposed to take it out, the oil pan all the way out, but I think it's not going to leak. I think it's not going to leak. But let's go ahead and try to start it and see what happens. All right, call under there and let's see if it's leaking. See it? See the camera? That's the only part I was worried about, was right there where the transmission reached the block. Come on here, son. Oh. Oh. Here. We did good, bro. It's not leaking. So, that brake parts cleaner, we're going to go ahead and squirt underneath it and clean the oil pan up real good and try to, make it look, presentable. He needs to go really give this thing a bath. But we'll just spruce it up, make it look good, and I think he's going to like it, man. All right, lifts her out.